seems that everybody does a Year of the Dragon cigar. Well, really, they celebrate the Chinese New Year with the cigar. Davidoff, we know, does this. Gurkha does this as well. Oliva, of course, has a Chinese New Year cigar, as does Plasencia. But this is Rocky Patel, and this is the 2024 Year of the Dragon. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz, and that right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. This is the Year of the Dragon from Rocky Patel. San Andreas Mexican in the wrapper, Honduran Nicaraguan in the binder. The filler is Nicaraguan. It comes in 3 different vitolas being shaped. Some of them are just for overseas. One of them is for the duty-free market. You might find it in a airport if you're traveling around the globe. For everybody else in the U.S. market, this comes as a 6.5 by 50 Toro, which means it's 6.5 inches long.
Gee.
Always makes Fingers Malloy laugh. And the ring gauge is a 50. That's the diameter of the cigar, or how thick it is around. Again, with the laughter. First things first, they did a beautiful job on the packaging. Of course, they went with the red and the gold for the Chinese New Year. Beautiful bit of banding going on right there. There's 2 bands on this cigar. Oddly enough, you can't read Rocky Patel's name very well on the band, which is a huge mistake, but you know what cigar it is. Very, very pretty kind of, sometimes I refer to as like a mottled black. This is a little bit more of a black stain going on here, where you see a little bit of the brown underneath. There is a super fine grit to this cigar. Feels maybe you could use just a little more heft in the hand, just a touch, but overall a very attractive looking cigar.
It's got a touch of oil, but it's not overly oily.
No, just a touch.
Yeah.
But so enough to let you know that it's there.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. It's not a wiffle ball bat, which we like to call a cigar that you look at it and you think it should be heavier, but it's actually quite light in the hand. It's not that, but it is a little bit lighter than I thought it would be. We just lit this. We're just in the first third of the first third, and for me, I mean, maybe a tad bit of cocoa, and I'm getting like a little bit of a floral note. Is that unusual?
I don't know if it's unusual. I just don't have anything like that whatsoever. I do not get any big spice out of this cigar.
No.
At all. We have just lit this up, and you want to always, with your cigars, grab your notebook. What did you eat today? What did you drink today? The weather in Indianapolis, Indiana, where we record, has been ridiculous. There's been rain. There's been snow squalls. It's gotten freezing. It's been kind of nice. Weather will affect your palate and affect how you enjoy it. The cigar, what?
And your gout.
Are you having problems?
It's that time of year. Seasonal gout, as I like to call it.
Is this the part of the show where we complain about how old you are?
Yes, absolutely. And
Sure, go
later,
ahead.
we're going to cut up the neighbor's Nerf ball that ended up in my yard yesterday.
Would you like to say 23 Skidoo or anything else?
Stop being a Weisenheimer.
There you go. Nicely done. Nicely done. But you take the cigar and you break it up into thirds in your mind. First third, second third, final third. And then you start writing down your notes. What are the flavor notes you get from each third of the cigar? And then when you try that cigar 3 months later, 6 months later, a month later, you do the same thing. You compare the notes. You'll find your through line. What is it about the cigar you actually liked? Where your palate is. I don't get an over earth move here, nor an over pepper kind of thing. I find it to be a little bit rich. Maybe a little bit earthy is the right way to go. You said cocoa. I would play a little more towards coffee, but I could see where you are, because what you're getting is a little bit of fullness, a little bit of richness in here. I almost think that I'm not going to know where I am flavor-wise with this until I get into the second third, because I'm not getting hit with anything in an overwhelming way off the bat.
I don't know if it's just because of the retrohale that I'm getting that floral that I'm not even sure if it's a fragrance to it that I can't put my finger on. But
does it smell like an essential oil?
Now that you mention it, it does.
Does it have a little hint of colloidal silver, perhaps?
I don't know what that is.
I thought that was an essential oil.
I thought essential oil is like tea tree.
Oh, is that an essential oil?
I don't know.
Oh, then it has no colloidal silver whatsoever. Dr. Fingers and Dr. Tony at your homeopathic service. I'm trying to figure out where you're coming from. Is this happening solely in the nose, or is this happening on the palate
It's
itself?
in the nose. Have you tried retrohaling this yet?
I could try it, but I'm going to explode. Just letting you know. So the retrohale is when, remember, you're never inhaling. It's never going into the lungs. You're never bringing it into the lungs. That's not happening. What you want to do is bring it into the palate, and you are coming out, exhaling through the nostrils. So you're going through the sinuses. You have a lot of flavor receptors in there. And it really does change or enhance what it is you're getting from the cigar. So I'm terrible at the retrohale. I've been smoking. Let's see. So today is my whole life.
Yeah,
my whole life I have been smoking. I can't retrohale worth a damn. I just can't do it. Here we go.
He's going in. He's going in, ladies and gentlemen. And
I can't. It just doesn't work. I try. I just can't. I cannot do it. I don't know what it is. You just did it. So you're getting a floral.
a little bit. I think that's what it is.
I don't know.
It's good. I don't have any complaints about this so far.
This is the year of the dragon right here from Rocky Patel. There are some Rocky Patel cigars that I enjoy. Of course, the Cameroon, the vintage they do, I think is excellent. Some of the stuff they do, the Hamlets and whatever, way stronger than I like to be, but they've got a lot of different opportunities in cigars. The question, Fingers Malloy, is this in your humidor at $35 a stick? It's sold in a box of 10, $350.
Look, we're going to have to get way more into the cigar before I can make a determination on something at that price point. I know for you, $35, you say all the time, money shmoney.
That's what I say.
That's what you say.
That's what I say.
But as the value guy here at Eat, Drink, Smoke, $35, that's significant.
$35, you'll start asking questions. You'll be like, is this a cigar that I want? And we're nowhere near knowing whether this is right for the humidor. It is the year of the dragon, 2024, from Rocky Patel. I will admit it is beautifully done. The draw is good. I'd like for it to open up just a little bit more. And when I cut it, I did get a little crack in the wrapper. Up by the cap end. The cap is where you cut from. We'll see if that affects the cigar going forward. Find everything at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. It is the holiday season. A Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah. It's all coming up, and we are getting ready to bring you our bourbons and cigar of the year. But before we do, we got to try the weird stuff, because during the Christmas holiday, all those parties you go to, all those parties you throw, sometimes they say, this is the time for the weird drink, for the odd thing, for the little, celebration kind of drink. Sometimes it's got a little cocoa flavor. Sometimes it's got a little cherry flavor.
Wow.
But we said, what goes perfect with a cigar? And Fingers said, I know. Banana pudding.
That's exactly what I said.
Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. We have tried their Moonshine products before. The Ole Smoky Tennessee distillery. We've seen what they have to do, and they do it pretty dang well. This, Fingers Malloy said, was a must. The Ole Smoky Moonshine Banana Pudding Cream Moonshine, coming in at 35 proof.
Yeah, 35 proof.
What was that, 17.5% alcohol by volume?
That's exactly right.
Did the math all by myself. So it comes in a jar.
A mason jar.
I had to reach for it. It comes in a mason jar. Full disclosure, I love bananas, banana ice cream, banana cream pie, banana pudding.
Bananas
I
Foster?
love all Bananas Foster. My God, I'd punch your sister in the neck for some Bananas Foster. I love all things banana. Not quite sure how I feel about this.
I feel like this is a beverage. We've had good luck with beverages in jars, Tony. We did, what was it, last year?
Oh my God. That's so great. We have the Eggo.
Yes, the sweet cream, and then I believe the year before they had their version of eggnog. Right. This is the time of year where some of these specialty drinks come out. I'm not sure if this is a year-round product or not. This screams to me a beverage that you could bring over for the adults in the family who maybe are not a bourbon drinker. They want something a little sweet, maybe after dessert, or excuse me, after dinner for dessert. I saw this and I thought to myself, bananas, pudding, moonshine.
Right. That's what you should have said. So what's interesting is that you would almost expect this to have more of an eggnog kind of consistency. It does not. And I think that is a little bit for people the turnoff. This is a little more watery than one would expect. The color is a really glorious grandma's kitchen beige.
You know what it looks like in the glass is if you poured yourself a little bit of Irish cream on the rocks and then you let the rocks melt.
That is a nice description. Bravo. Have you checked the nose on this thing?
No.
Oh, go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, that's perfect. That is banana pudding. Absolutely perfect. Oh, dear sweet baby Lord. Oh, good gosh.
So
how incredible is that?
It's wonderful. The other thing too, you'll see sometimes when you have a beverage like this that there will be, even though it is not high alcohol content, there will be a little bit of an alcohol ethanol scent to it. It's nothing like that at all. It is banana pudding through and through.
I don't know if this is something that has to be on the rocks, if you're going to mix it with something, how it's going to work. Of course, vanilla ice cream make the shakes all day long. Fingers below, you ready for this?
Tony, I've been ready for this all year.
The Ole Smoky Tennessee Moonshine Banana Pudding Cream is what we're drinking here. 35 proof, 17.5% alcohol by volume. Fingers?
You could get in some serious trouble with this.
That's what I was hoping for.
I mean, it does. It tastes like banana pudding. There's a little bit of a kick at the end on the finish there that lets you know that this is for the adults, but nothing at all that's strong. To me, if you were going to make a cocktail with this, if you had some sort of chocolate liqueur to make it a chocolate banana split kind of thing, it would be wonderful. But by itself, it's magnificent.
All right, stop talking. I'm going in.
He's going in, ladies and gentlemen. He's doing what we like to call the Saginaw Swish, the Memphis Munch, the Chattanooga
It's weird. The alcohol ends up in the nose. And yes, it does have that hit that takes place. It almost plays as a heat in the top of the throat, up in the nose. Excuse me.
He's going in again. Can't say I blame him.
Can I speak honestly?
Absolutely.
Son of a bitch. This is, oh my dear Lord. That's,
yeah. Now,
it's freaking stupendous.
Now, I don't know if this is a beverage that you're going to say to yourself, I would really love to pair it with a cigar. But having said that,
this is so, first of all, it's stupendous. You could totally do it neat as we are. I would even question doing it rocks. And by the way, we did it chilled. We had this in the fridge before they suggest serving it right out of the refrigerator. I think that's accurate. In the milkshake, in the hot chocolate, in the coffee, there are 150 places for this. Where I would be interested is where can this be a supplement in your baking? Can you utilize this in lieu of if you have some alcohol-based thing that you bake? If you can utilize this in lieu of milk, and would it create a different? Remember, baking is all science. Cooking is art, and baking is science. So will it create a different texture, etc.? Yes.
Can you imagine?
God, that's good.
Imagine a chocolate cake.
Yes, I can, but wouldn't I want to utilize something like this in the frosting of that cake as or as a cream filling, as opposed to necessarily in that cake, because you don't necessarily want to take away from the chocolate. You want to see if there's an accent. But if you could add something like this to a chocolate chip cookie or to a peanut butter cookie and get like a peanut butter banana kind of thing going, all. Hold on, I have to go back in.
He's going back in, and I don't blame him. Oh my goodness, he finish the whole thing. I can imagine using this for the frosting, maybe having a 2-layered cake, the frosting in the middle, the frosting on top, with chocolate cake, and have it be wonderful.
Or if I could suggest, you make the frosting, you don't worry about the cake, and you just eat the frosting.
Now that's a holiday.
That's unbelievably good. How much is that, Fingers?
It was $22.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly enough, $22 would make me say, 14, 15. I'm like, yeah. 22. Look, I'm all in. That is, I didn't even check the calorie count. Don't care. That's incredibly good.
They have a lot of interesting flavors.
Oh, a ton of them. They have a Java flavor that I was looking at, the Mountain Java. They've got the orange Shinesicle cream out there.
How about the white chocolate strawberry cream?
I have not tried that one either, but I'm not. I would rather be in the banana all day. This from Ole Smoky, Tennessee Distillery. Well done, people. Well done. Eat, drink, smoke. It is your cigar, bourbon, foodie extravaganza. I'm Tony Katz. That is Fingers Malloy. Find everything at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. That's exactly what you should do. We are smoking the Year of the Dragon from Rocky Patel, 6.5 by 50 Mexican San Andreas wrapper. This comes in a box of 10, $350, $35 a stick. And now that I am into the second third, I'm here to tell you, I don't know. It's well done. I think it's pretty well constructed. I think it's smoking pretty easy. I haven't had touch-up issues. We've touched it up here and there. Remember, we're talking, we've got the brakes and everything else. I think it's a very attractive stick. I think now that I've smoked about halfway through it, now it feels right in the hand. The weight of the cigar feels right. We've discussed the idea of this cocoa, or is it coffee? It's a little bit of richness, it's a little bit of earth. Fingers have been discussing getting a floral note out of this. The question of whether it's that floral or whether that's fruity. There's a little bit of brightness on top, on the tongue, and a richness in the cheek, but I don't know where that flavor is. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm not saying it's even a problem. There's the slightest hint of spice. The slightest of spice. I don't know if this is worth $35.
It pains me to say this because, listen, we're fans of Rocky Patel, and it's a cigar to me where all the notes that we've discussed are very subtle, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
The construction is fantastic. It's been an even burn, like you said, low maintenance stick. But man, $35. If you would have said 20,
yeah, I'm with you. $35 is a lot to digest there on a Mexican San Andreas wrapper, because there are plenty of cigars out there with that wrapper that you can work with. I don't have a negative thing about the cigar. This is Rocky. I don't have a negative thing about the cigar at all. I think it smokes well. I think it's got a solid draw. Although I did have a crack in the beginning on the cap end. When I cut it, everything has been going fine. Not an issue there. But that's just it. I put it in the fine category. Nothing is lifting me. Nothing is totally enriching me. I think it's a nice stick. If someone gave me one, I'd be like, hey, that's great. Thank you. But I can't at $35.
Yeah.
I can't bring myself to do it at $35 a stick in my humidor. I think that trying one, I'm very glad I did. I can't recommend that enough. And see if you have like the same thought process that we do of where is this? What is this? Where does it plant its flag and say, this is two of the flavors that we offer up here? And you can say, well, Tony, it's because you're drinking banana pudding cream moonshine. It is not. It is not. But we are from Ole Smoky. We are enjoying the banana pudding cream moonshine. 17.5% alcohol by volume, 35 proof. $22 is the price for the mason jar of this banana pudding cream. It's a 10. It's fantastic. Could not. You're still drinking yours, or did you pour more?
No, I'm still drinking mine. I'm nursing it. because I could seriously, if I let myself, drink that whole bottle right in front of you.
Sensational. Absolutely sensational.
Do you think it would be good to dunk a Little Debbie Christmas tree cake in the banana?
How have you not done that right now? You want me to get you one? I'll get you one right now.
You're going to? Okay, well, then I got to pour more of this. Tony is walking over to the other end of the Eat, Drink, Smoke studios to get me a Christmas tree cake. Just outstanding. Tony said it was a festival of flavor. He said, give me one. No, give me 6. And so I said, sure, Tony, take the whole box. And so I poured a little bit more of this fine moonshine. Tony is tossing me a tree, which I've never uttered that sentence before,
well,
but here we are.
Tossing treats is kind of what I do.
The key to this is you got to take a bite of the tree first.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. What you cannot do is dunk it with the frosting all the way around it, because what are you doing? You got to have the banana pudding moonshine penetrate the cake, Tony.
Oh, insert itself into the cake, become one with the cake. So you got to take a bite of the Little Debbie Christmas tree snack cake first. Hey, Fingers, I'm just wondering, at what moment did you realize maybe you have a problem?
What are you saying? I'm just dunking.
Little Debbie cake.
I'm just dunking a Little Debbie cake in liquor. What are you saying?
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. He's taking the cake and he's getting rid of that plastic film that it comes in.
Different kind of plastic, yeah.
And he's dunking it. He's dipping it in. Honestly, this might be genius. This is if Little Debbie did this. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Fingers Floyd just invented a food group.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? With ice cream in a blender with this?
Oh, with the cake?
Yes.
Oh, that's a 20. I'll buy into that. Oh, he's going in again. He's going in again. Another little dunkadoo. Remember, there are no rules. That is fantastic. And wash it down. You got little sprinkles at the bottom there, so you can get yourself a little surprise in the banana pudding.
Little Debbie, you temptress. Oh.
See, yeah, but I'm not sure about the cigar at $35. The Ole Smoky Tennessee Distillery, it's sensational, and you should get it. You all right? Do you need a moment? Do you need to lay down now? Do you need a nap?
Oh, I forgot. I've got another beverage here.
Something to wash that down with?
Yes. Diet Coke, because you don't want those empty calories.
It is Moonshine, ladies and gentlemen, from the people at Ole Smoky Tennessee Distillery. The banana pudding cream Moonshine, 35 proof, 17.5% alcohol by volume. It's excellent. And absolutely banana pudding, not overly sweet. Sweet, but not overly sweet. As for this cigar from Rocky Patel, this is the 2024 Year of the Dragon. It's a nice stick, man. It's a nice stick. Now, I'm only getting close to the final third right now, so maybe my thoughts will change. $35 is a lot to swallow on this cigar. It is. Do you have one to have one? Yes, I think so. Is there a box in my humidor at $35? I can't. I'm not there. I am not there. But it's a fair. Try the stick. You tell us what you think. It's good. It's $35. Find everything at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. This is Eat Drink Smoke.